America's greatest sheriff, Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Let's hear it for Sheriff Joe.
Yeah.
He's my hero.
Thank you, thank you. Boy, this is a great town, or city. Where are we, Apple? I don't see any apples around here, but that's right. But thank you. You know what? This community, all of you personify what our country is about. I do a lot of traveling, and I have a lot of faith and confidence in our government when I come to these patriot-type rallies and see how the people across our nation feel about our country. So you sort of motivate me, keep me going. Although I'm taking a lot of heat from all different directions, but it's nice to be with friends. Got to come all the way here for that. Everywhere I go, we have demonstrators. I was just in North Carolina last weekend, and we had demonstrators. I don't see many around here. They probably can't afford the gas.
I just talked to the demonstrators out there.
Or they have to be trucked in from L.A. And I'm disappointed. I usually get 100 demonstrators. I only see 4 or 5. Maybe they're afraid to come to this town. Is it a town or city? Where am I?
Town.
A town.
Yep.
You know, I like to think I served our country 50 years. I joined the Army when the Korean War broke out. So I was 10 years old when I joined. It was 1950. And if you get a calculator, I joined on my birthday, Flag Day, June 14, 1950. So if you get your calculator or whatever, I don't have computers. I have a Smith Corona electric typewriter. I don't have all this emails, U-mails. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I have a Smith Corona typewriter, a Smith Wesson gun. The old-fashioned, the twirls. That's what I have. So you do know I'm a senior citizen, and I do have life experience, which helps me do my job. And another thing I like to think I have is common sense, so that helps me too.
Yep.
When I ran for sheriff in 1992, I made 3 promises. Put up Korean War tents to put the inmates in them, and build up the volunteer posse, and get tough on crime. That was my promises. Well, these days that's a demotion. Why would I want to do that? So I remember we have 3,000 volunteer posse, and I remember watching Roy Rogers on the TV where the sheriff would always swear in private businesses and go after horse thieves and bring them back to the jail. We do the same thing, except they're car thieves and illegal immigrants and dope peddlers. I can go on and on. That's my posse concept. Planes, jeeps, tank, I got them all. By the way, I'm from Maricopa County, Arizona, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
Pink underwear, a lot of other things. So when I took office, I had to go to New Mexico to find the tents. I didn't have any congressmen helping me, so we had to go do a midnight requisition and bring that. What is that? With the bunker murder.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about sheriffs. It's a very honorable position. Every sheriff has their own constituency, has their own policies. I just worry about my county, which is 4 million people that we know of. There's a few extra floating around, and 9,200 square miles. So we have a big county. So I did get the tents from New Mexico, brought them back to Phoenix. Wanted free space, so we found some next to the dump and the dog pound and the waste disposal plant. So I'm pretty proud of the tent city. Over 500,000 have come through. No problems. It does get 139 degrees in the summer. I don't know what it does around here, but and when they blast me, my typical remark is, our men and women are fighting for our country. They're living in tents, so shut your mouth, quit complaining, and everybody shuts their mouth. So that's my secret weapon. So we did, I do strange things, like took away their R-rated movies, took away their coffee, took away their salt, left the pepper. Our meals are like 50 cents a day. And the theory is you should never live better in a jail than you do a hotel. You got a hotel around here? Or a hotel, Hilton, or whatever. But we're still humane, but it's tough. Over, 2 million people have come through the jails since I've been the sheriff. But we do other things too. We investigate. Sheriff is a top law enforcement officer over there. I take it very serious. I take it serious that I don't report to any governor or politician or attorney general or president. I report to the people because I'm elected by the people and I listen to them and I try to do what they want me to do.
Hear, hear.
And if they don't like what I do, fire me. Go vote for somebody else.
Do you have a tent for
Very
Eric
simple.
Holder?
Very simple. So I take that serious. Now I'm going on my 6th term. I have everybody taking shots at the sheriff. Not literally so far. But they're coming from all directions just because I'm trying to do my job. I started fighting illegal immigration 5 years ago. And a lot of people don't like that. They don't like it. From politicians on down. Those demonstrators out there would never be there if I didn't start fighting illegal immigration. They can call me anything they want, but the bottom line is because I'm enforcing 2 state laws and the federal laws, and we're doing good. If I wasn't doing good, nobody would know what I'm doing. I was the regional director in Mexico City, which nobody will talk about. Also, South America, I had offices in Panama, Argentina, with the U.S. Drug Enforcement. I was the head of the DEA in Texas, head of the DEA in Arizona, so I'm one politician that knows where Mexico is, having spent 14 years in my other life. I don't see the president or the Attorney General of the United States or any politician asking me my opinion on the illegal immigration laws.
They won't.
Why not? I'll be glad to talk to them.
Because they're illegal.
They don't want me to, they don't like what I'm going to say, what I'm doing. Is that the reason? They worry about the Hispanic vote? Are they worried, employers worry about hiring cheap labor? We rated 60 places. In fact, I got one coming up when I get off an airplane. We're the only ones going into businesses, arresting those that are here illegally, and the majority have false identification. That's a serious crime. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. We have an economic problem. Phil was talking about the problems we have in Washington dealing with the financial system. I'm doing my part. Every time we arrest an illegal alien in the workplace, we're making vacancies for citizens that want to work.
Here, here. Yeah.
But I'm the bad guy. Always the bad guy. But you know what? Doing what I feel is right for the Maricopa County, which seems to spread around the nation too. I'll tell you why. I should be getting an award from your governor.
Yeah.
In fact, who's the other governor? He's not there anymore. Schwarzenegger or whatever. Schwarzenegger, right? Remember him? Why didn't he send me an award? We just locked up 47 more the last 3 days coming through our county. They're in our jail, heading for California. So I'm doing you guys a favor by stopping these guys before they get here and put in our jail in tents.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks. I'm talking about the politician. I have compassion for the Mexican people. I lived there. Never had a problem. Also, I was the top guy in Turkey, catching adult peddlers with my 38 snub-nosed Smith & Wesson. They were too cheap. They wouldn't even give me a better gun when they sent me to Turkey.
No 45, okay.
So what's going on in our country? I toured Iowa, and I had the honor of meeting all the people in Iowa. I was trying to help a Texas Ranger become president, so he and I toured the state with the Texas Ranger and I in his nice bus, and we got to meet all the different people in Iowa. What an honor and privilege to do that, to meet the people. I started off saying that. Go into all these other areas, not the big cities, places like this. So that was exciting. Anybody from Iowa around here? Oh, you are.
Born in Des Moines.
What?
Born in Des Moines, Iowa.
Well, I got to apologize.
Don't apologize. I came to California.
Apologize to you.
If I hadn't come to California, I probably wouldn't know you.
No, I'm going to apologize what I said
Oh.
when I was there introducing the Texas Ranger,
Well, that's all right.
Rick Perry.
I have Austin on the other
I
side
got
of
off
town.
on the wrong foot.
Stephen Austin.
It was 9 o'clock in the morning. You know, I introduce him and how great, and then he gets it, and he talks about me, and kind of a love affair. That's probably why he didn't win.
I'm going to tell you why.
But I said, I love the people in Iowa. You know, I'm a good politician. I love the people in Iowa. Then I said, what a great Buckeye state this is. I got all the booze, made national TV. National TV. So that's probably why Rick lost.
Senator Grassie's not too
See,
bad.
it's not Buckeye, it's Hawkeye, right? Hawkeye. So that's
Yeah,
fun.
I might say.
So what we're going to do, and by the way, I do have a posse. I mentioned 3,000. I do have a cold case posse, made up of ex-cops. And so I had 250 Tea Party people come to me in August. And the Tea Party said, Sheriff, you're our last hope. Will you please investigate the birth certificate of the president? So what do? Do I throw in the wastebasket? I got 250 of my bosses asking me to do something. So I decided to do it. I didn't go ask anybody. So I gave it to my posse. So they can't accuse me of using taxpayers' money. I took that off the table right away. And I told my guys, I want you to prove that birth certificate is legitimate. I want to clear the president that problem.
It ain't. No, it didn't.
So we're still looking at it.
Sheriff?
And we'll have some updates coming up.
I have 2 birth certificates from Iowa, so he's probably got 3.
Yeah, well, Iowa. They have hospitals in Iowa?
Yeah.
Hawaii.
Well, they have hospitals.
So that's what we're doing. And I'm taking a little heat on that. But if you don't do anything, nobody's going to know who you are and so on. I've been on around 4,000 TV and everything, and overseas, forget around. I don't even see any television here, which is very unusual. You don't have TV in this town? Where's the TV? Yeah, that's not the real TV, is it?
Well, it could be. Well, that's big enough. That's small enough.
But the reason I'm here to meet all of you and enjoy this beautiful weather, and also I'm here to publicly endorse my friend Phil Liberatore, nice Irish name. I supported him last time, and I told him last time, whatever you want to do, you got my support. And I'm kind of an old-fashioned guy. When I make a promise, I keep it. And I'm not doing it for that, but we need him, somebody new, back in Washington that knows how to count. You know how to count? Knows how to count the budget. Right, Phil? And he's a nice guy. Nice family. We need some nice people in Washington. You know, everybody that goes to Washington, by the way, on this birth certificate, I haven't had one politician even recognize that I'm doing something about it. This is the biggest blackout in history. Blackout in history, but we're going to keep doing our job. Who are these guys?
Some of your fans came to
They ought to be playing Italian music. So, Phil.
They brought Italian submarine sandwiches with them.
Oh, that's good. What is that? That sounds like... oh, that's a Mexican song. Oh, let's sing a little Italian song there. I used to celebrate this holiday in Mexico City every year. It was great when I was in Mexico City. These guys probably don't know where it's at. But, so I've supported Phil. We need new blood in Washington. Unfortunately, everybody that gets there drinks the same water, and sometimes you can't tell the difference, one party from the other. And Phil will do a great job. So I hope that you will support him. Everybody running for office are good people, nice people. But he's the guy that I'm looking forward to representing this District 8, right? In Washington, D.C. Right, Phil?
Right.
Anybody got it?
We're going to welcome Sheriff Joe to D.C. Nobody likes him over there, by the way, folks. Let's give Sheriff Joe a big round of applause. We just love you, Sheriff Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah, well, since we got Sheriff Joe here, do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, right here. Right here.
Yeah, right here.
Sheriff Joe, when are you running for national office?
When are you running for national office?
I got the best job there is as a sheriff. Why would I want to? I've been there 3 times.
We need you.
No, you don't need me. You need me as the sheriff.
That's right. And
So I'm happy what I'm doing.
I'm the attorney who brought all those lawsuits against Obama. Remember, I'm the one that gave you all the information about Obama having a fraudulent Social Security number. I have now a racketeering case against Obama, Pelosi, Obama for America. I need to know, when can you do the deposition? We need it as soon as possible.
Follow me. You live here? In this town? Oh, hey. There's some good restaurants around here.
I'll do the deposition.
No, she's been very active, very nice lady. You're an attorney, too. She's a lawyer. But we're still a doctor, too?
I'm writing for U.S. Senate against Dianne Feinstein.
yeah.
So anyway, she's been very active, and we're looking into it. Anybody else? Anybody else? Yes. Yeah, well, all I can say, I treat everybody equally.
That's right.
Okay. We gotta go.
All right.
He does treat everybody.
See you later.
What can California do to get a prison system like you're like in the middle of Barstow?
You got a lot of desert here.
What's that?
Monday
I'm
night?
not talking
My
about
home Monday night,
sheriffs,
some
but,
Monday nights.
Okay, how about
If
Wednesday?
they ever need
No.
any tents, I'll be glad
Not on
to.
Wednesdays.
You like motorcycles?
I got a lot of extra
Okay, on the
military
BYU
tents.
channel,
But
put in their
California has some
numbers,
strange
Yeah.
laws, I
They
think.
have a program called Stan Ellis.
Some people are
He rides a hog.
Yeah.
He started out with the Pilgrims. He's over here on Daniel Boone and David
Ah.
Fox this week. He rides a hog. He's only on for a half hour. 6 to 6:30, 99.3 midnight to go for it. Half hour only. He does American. He's fantastic.
I'll have to check it out.
It's American Ride on 290.
The
Also
underwear
for
you
your
can
ancestors
get
and your heritage.
Very cool.
What do you do for a living?
I work on motorcycles.
Well, I report him all the time.
He's
He's American Ride, rides
to
a
help
hog.
our paucity
And
pay for
my
their
son-in-law has
jeeps
a
and
hog. He
everything else.
said, you can't afford that hog. I said, okay, that's fine.
He's
American
in
Ride,
Arizona.
Stan Ellsworth American Ride.
Very cool.
Computer or BYU channel.
Sheriff Joe, I do have a question. And that is about the Attorney General and the federal government coming after you, time after time after time.
Somebody's coming after me? Who said that?
The federal government, the Attorney General, they're all coming.
They launched an investigation 100 days into the Obama administration on alleged racial profiling. They're picking up steam because they're in cahoots with all the demonstrators, and every day they're demonstrated against me. And we're trying to work with them, but they want to control my organization, which will never happen because I'm the elected sheriff, and I'm not going to give it up.
Right on.
That's the bottom line. I'll probably have to see them in court very soon, but it's them that's going to have to sue me. And but it's unfortunate that we have to go through these battles because of the illegal immigration problem we have.
Well, let's get him out in November and put Liberatore in.
Okay, I'm signing the shirt.
I had an opportunity to visit Sheriff Joe in Maricopa County in Phoenix, Arizona, and I don't know if he said this, but the air-conditioned cells now are animal shelters for the dogs that are
I gotta get Joe to sign
victims.
this.
Let's hear it for the animal rights
Sign the
right
bill.
now for Sheriff Joe.
Yeah, I kicked out all the inmates, threw them in a tent. That's all right. So,
Okay.
anybody else? Because you got another thing to do.
Okay.
I can stay
Thank
here
you.
all day. I got to catch up. So, remember, he did visit me. How many people will come, even the congressmen and senators from Phoenix haven't visited me. I had 4 presidential candidates visit me in the tents. Remember Senator Dole? You don't remember him. Phil Graham of Texas, Governor Wilson of California, and McCain all visited me when they were running for president.
Yep.
And they all lost. Nobody wins when they visit me in the tents. Don't visit the tent. I've had all these presidential candidates visit me in the office. Michelle Bachmann and Kane came to see me. Romney called. Perry I endorsed. I met with Santora. I met with Newt Gingrich. They're all good people running for president. But they got a tough job. Tough job. So you better get with it and support the Republican nominee for president.
Question?
Yeah, Ron Paul's a good guy. I met with him 4 years ago. Anyway,
Question? Question, Sheriff?
With the district attorney? Really?
the what?
When will you file with the district attorney? All of your files?
I don't go to district attorneys. I'm doing my investigation, and I'll determine where to go with my evidence.
So what are you
Yes,
doing?
well, I'm not gonna. Hey, this takes time. When you do it, you got to do it right. And I think we got some more nice information that you will probably be happy with. So, you know, I'm not accusing the president of any crime. We have a fraudulent document, 2 of them, that we did, another one, selected service. So I am just investigating who committed a crime. That's all I'm doing. And I think we're doing pretty good.
Phil, we have a question for you.
Okay.
Question for Sheriff?
determined that some of our prisoners need to leave some of our prisons and go to other less involved facilities. I wonder if you'd be willing to work out an agreement with him to take some of those people.
I'd love to have them. I got a lot of desert and tents. Of course, they're going to have to pay us, but it's not that much. Like I say, our meals are like 50 cents a day. So I'll be glad. Tell your governor, call me, and thank me for stopping all the illegals coming into California, and be glad to work with them. Never going to happen, you know that. Cave Creek, I met you in Cave Creek. That's in Arizona. It's a town somewhat like this. A lot of horses there. That's my area. We do the police work there. I did your big poster. So it's a small world. You bump into people everywhere. Yeah. I'm coming down as soon as the comedy hour is over here. Now, when you get me, you get a sheriff, you get a comedian, and you could get a singer, too.